My dear students, today we have to study about in social science, geography 6th lesson, man and environment. In this lesson we have to study about what is environment, classification of environment, population growth, census, and density of population, human settlements, and environmental issues and sustainable development. Now let us study about this lesson clearly. Can you imagine a world without human beings? My dear students, can you understand? What is my question? Can you imagine a world without human beings? No, human beings are important to develop the economy and society. The Latin word populus means people. Population is the total number of people living together in a particular place at a given point of time. My dear students, do you understand clearly? Population means total number of people living together in a particular place at a given point of time. Now we have to study about the human population in the name of demography. Environment is a set of relationships between man and nature. We have to say simply, a man who lived within his surroundings is called environment. In the surroundings, living organisms and non-living organisms also present. Early man depended entirely on nature for food, clothing, and shelter. Man has enjoyed a dominant position over the other living organisms around him because of his erect posture, hands, and intelligence. Man has invented and developed the wheel, fire, tools, and patterns of agriculture and housing to his comfort, which led him to improve the standard of living, making himself technologically advanced. Modern man modified the environment where he multiplied in number of population and has always extended his territories, leading to exploitation of natural resources. We have to classify the environment into three divisions. That is natural environment, human environment, and man-made environment. We have to understand clearly natural environment as the lithosphere, atmosphere, hydrosphere, and biosphere. We have to study about the human and man-made components in this lesson detailed manner. Human environment consists human, that is man, family, community, religion, education, economic, and political. These are the components of human environment. Man-made environment as road, bridge, parks, buildings, industries, monuments, etc. Let us study about the population growth. The population change refers to increase or decrease in the population of an area influenced by the number of births, deaths, and migration. Population growth refers to an increase in the number of people who reside in a particular area during the particular period. Distribution of population refers to the way in which people are spread out across the earth's surface. Physical factors, historical factors, and economic factors spread out man across the earth's surface. The density of population refers to the number of people living per square kilometers. The equation given, population density is equal to total population divided by total land area. The world population density divided into three main groups that are area of high density, moderate density, and low density. Overpopulation is a condition when a country has more people than its resources to sustain. Underpopulation is a condition where there are too few people to develop the economic, political of the nation fully. India has an official population policy implemented in 1952. India was the first country to announce such a policy. The main objective of this policy was to slow down the rate of population growth through promotion of various birth control measures. During early days, man preferred tree branches, caves, pits, and even rockets as his shelter. As the days passed by, man slowly learnt the art of domesticating animals and cultivating food crops. The evolution of farming took place along our major river basins, the Nile, Indus, Havanko, Euphrates, Tigris. Man built huts and mud houses. Slowly settlements came into existence. A settlement generally consists of cluster of houses, place of worship, and the place of burial. Later, the small settlements developed into villages. Several villages together formed a town. Bigger towns developed into cities. Settlements were formed in different shapes, sizes, and locations. We have classified the settlements into two types, that are rural settlements and urban settlements. The most of the people are engaged in primary activities like agriculture, forestry, mining, and fisheries, known as rural settlement. That are in so many patterns, that are triangular, rectangular, linear pattern, circular and semicircular pattern, star-like pattern, and nebular patterns. Urban settlements are related to cities and towns where people are primarily engaged in non-agricultural activities such as secondary, tertiary, quaternary activities. The factors responsible for urbanization are better employment opportunities, suitable conditions for business, education, transportation, etc. Classification of urban settlements as towns, cities, metropolitan cities, megacities, conurbation, etc., depending on the size and service available and function rendered to it. Economic activities are those efforts or activities that involve production, distribution, and consumption of the commodities and service at all levels within a region. Types of economic activities are 5: primary, secondary, tertiary, quaternary, and quinary activities. Primary activities related food gathering, hunting, lumbering, fishing, cattle rearing, mining, and agriculture. And you have to understand the secondary activities is transform raw materials into finished goods. For example, iron and steel industries, automobile manufacturing, etc. and rice industries, oil industries, etc. Tertiary activities do not produce goods but support the process of production are called tertiary activities. For example, transport, communication, banking, storage, and trade and commerce. Quaternary activities related to research and development as well as knowledge are called quaternary activities. For example, service like consultation, education, and banking. Quinary activities focus on the creation, rearrangement, and interpretation of new and existing ideas are called quinary activities. It includes the highest level of decision making in a society or economy. For example, senior business executives, scientists, policymakers in the government. The environmental issues, the basic life support system that provide air, water, food and land in all living organisms. But human beings degrade the environment through rapid industrialization. Some of the environmental issues are deforestation, pollution such as air pollution, water pollution, noise pollution, etc. Urbanization, fracking, waste disposal. These are all the environmental issues. The United Nations Conference on Environment and Development, by name Earth Summit Conference held at Rio de Janeiro, Brazil on June 1992 concluded that all member countries should reduce their emission of carbon dioxide, methane and other greenhouse gases thought to be responsible for global warming. Conservation of forest can be done through regulation of cutting of trees. Control over forest fire through regular monitoring and controlling the movement of people, forest fire can be prevented. Proper use of forest products for our survival, from the air we breathe to the wood we use. Besides providing habitats for animals and livelihoods for humans, forest products are one of the most essential things in our day-to-day life. Therefore, we must use forest products properly. Then only we have to follow the sustainable development. In 1987, the Brundtland Commission cited the definition of sustainability. Sustainable development is development that meets the need of present without compromising the ability of the future generation to meet their own needs. For sustainable development to be achieved, it is crucial to harmonize three core elements that are economic growth, social aspects and environmental protection. The ability of social systems such as country, family or organization to function at a defined level of social well-being and harmony is called social sustainability. Problems like war, endemic poverty, widespread injustice and low education rates are symptoms of a system in socially unsustainable. Economic sustainability ensures that our economic growth maintain a healthy balance with our ecosystem. Environmental sustainability of the environment to support a defined level of environmental quality and natural resource extraction rates forever to mankind. Unnecessary disturbance to the environment should be avoided whenever possible to sustain our environment. Why is sustainability important? The excessive use of our natural and man-made resources deplete its availability for the future generation. We need to look after our planet, our resources and our people to ensure that we can hand over our planet to our children to live in true sustainability. This is because our actions have lost effect on the environment and we should protect it. It means environment. We should protect our environment for our future generation. Let's go through the lesson. Once again, the recap. What is meant by environment? The man living with the surroundings and living and non-living organism is called environment. The interaction between man and individual with his family, occupation and society is called human environment. The density of population measured by dividing the total population by its total area. The occupation settlements were classified into rural and urban, primary, secondary, tertiary, quaternary and quinary, or the different types of economic activities. The problems such as climatic changes, poverty, war, uneven distribution of resources leads to an unbalanced ecosystem. Therefore, to sustain mankind, it is a must to learn about sustainable development. Okay, my dear students, you have to watch this voice message 3 or 4 times, as more times, and understand the meaning of the lesson. Let's go to the question and answers for the choose the best answer in the book back. First question, all external influences and factors that affect growth and development of living organism is environment. The World Population Day is observed on July 11th every year. The statistical study of human population is demography. The extraction of valuable minerals and other geological minerals from the mines is mining. The secondary sector of the economy produces finished goods from raw materials. Match the following: loudspeaker, noise pollution, Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, Earth Summit 1992, cruciform settlement, T-shaped settlements. In the assertion and reason, the first question, ozone layer in the My dear students, today we have to study about in social science, geography, 6th lesson, man and environment. In this lesson, we have to study about what is environment, classification of environment, population growth, census, and density of population, human settlements, and environmental issues, and sustainable development. Now let us study about this lesson clearly. Can you imagine